everyone, welcome to Wicked.west.books. My name is Meg West, and I'm not wearing any makeup on my face whatsoever today because I want to join in the trend that's kind of going back around the booktube community of the booktube makeup tag, in which you guys watch me put on my makeup while I talk about books. I may or may not have spent a lot of money the last 2 weeks or so on makeup just for this tag. Not just for this tag, but every woman should have a good makeup supply for when they need it for whatever event they decide they need it for. But yeah, I wanted to do this the last time it made its rounds around booktube and never got around to it, so this time I'm not letting the opportunity slip through my fingers. So the first thing that you start off with makeup is the primer. I use the Hard Candy color correcting primer. It is green because I break out a lot and it's very red in my face, and the green just kind of helps to cancel that out. So for primer, you're supposed to pick a book that left a long-lasting impression, and for me, I'm kind of torn between Pride and Prejudice and The Golden Compass, because The Golden Compass is like my favorite all-time ever book, but Pride and Prejudice I have read so many times and watched the movie so many times, and then there's the Lizzie Bennet diaries, and just probably Pride and Prejudice. We're gonna go with Pride and Prejudice because it's just everywhere because I love it so much. Next is foundation. I am also using Hard Candy for this. It's their stick cream foundation in the color Porcelain, which I think is as light as it gets because I am very fair-skinned. For foundation, it is your favorite first book in a series. And this one, I definitely have to just go with The Golden Compass because I read it when I was little and I was instantly hooked. Although you could say the same for Harry Potter. The next step is concealer. For this, name a character you wish did not exist. Well, most recently there was Calyx from Reign the Earth. I absolutely hated him and was rooting for the assassins the entire time. And I look forward to when he does not exist anymore. There is, of course, the all-time favorite of Professor Umbridge, because she too was an absolutely horrible, horrible person, and we could do without her. Those are the two that really come to mind for characters I could do without. Definitely at the top of the list is Calyx and Umbridge because they are just horrible, horrible. The next step is powder. I have the Maybelline Superstay, also in the color Porcelain, and that is to pick your favorite final book in a series. The trend holds true for Name of the Wind. Book 3 will very likely be my favorite book in that series, but it's not out yet. Just the tiniest bit upset about that. Not happy with the final book in the Artemis Fowl series because that meant that the series was over, but it was a good ending. I think I have to go with Crooked Kingdoms for this one because it was just part 2 of a duology, so maybe not a series, but it was a fantastic close to the story, and I thought it did things very, very nicely for a finale. The next step is eyebrows, and that is to pick a book that you think everyone should read. I don't do anything with my eyebrows. I pluck them. They don't have a makeup for me. I think that they're dark enough as they are, and really they can get a little bit unruly, so I don't build them up any more than they just naturally are. A book that I think everyone should read, I will always, always recommend anything by Patricia Briggs, especially Moon Called. It's the first book in the series. Jay Kristoff is really growing on me, and anything that he has a hand in, I really recommend, including, of course, Nevernight. I think everyone who enjoyed the Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas should read the Black Jewel series by Anne Bishop. I also recommend just anything by Anne Bishop because her other series is pretty amazing too. But yeah, it's kind of hard to pick just one book. The next one is Eyeshadow, and that is to pick a book with your favorite colors on it. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So for eyeshadow, I've got the Look Pro Hard Candy palette. I used this for the first time yesterday and I wasn't too impressed by it. But some of my absolute favorite colors, my absolute favorite color actually is black. It goes with everything. And I wear a lot of black. Another one of my favorite colors has to be red. It is an extremely fun color, just all around. And, I like red. I also really like purple. This is evidenced by my contacts. So for this one, I have to go with the cover of The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I did an Instagram picture a couple years ago, and to this day, it's one of my favorite Instagram pictures that I've ever done. And just all of the black and white with some red accents, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And slightly more impressed with it today. The next step is eyeliner. I use the e.l.f. brand eyeliner. I like charcoal and jet black. The charcoal just has a little bit of glitter in it, makes it a little bit more shimmery, and that's kind of fun, so I use it more often. And for eyeliner, we are to pick a book that is dark and mysterious. I don't read a lot of mystery novels. There's not a lot of mystery in my book. But for this one, I think I'm going to have to go with Gemini by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, because the whole way through there were some things that were just inconsistent, and I was wondering the entire time what was going on, and you find out at the end, and it was a fun ride all the way through. Eyeliner is my favorite makeup. If I only wear one piece of makeup for the day, it's eyeliner. The next step is mascara, which I don't normally use, but I do own some, so I can put it on for this step. And for that, pick a long book. The longest book in this household is Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. This book is absolutely ginormous. And I haven't read it yet. I mean to, because I did enjoy the first one the third time when I actually managed to get through it. But this is definitely the longest book in this house. And I think book 3, which just came out but we don't own, is even longer. I think the audiobook is something like 42 hours long or something absolutely ridiculous like that. I underestimated. It is 48 hours long. So that's definitely the longest book. The next step is blush. This is, again, not something I normally use, but I do have this kit that my mother got me for Christmas a couple years ago that has blush in it that I think works for my face. And it's from Ulta. Name a book with a cringe-worthy romance. Honestly, for this one, I think I kind of have to go with A Court of Thorns and Roses, because even when book 2 wasn't out, it still was one of my least favorite romances, and just the entire thing just was not for me. For A Court of Thorns and Roses, I can't even. Tamlin. I never liked Tamlin. So that was kind of cringy how, it was not a healthy relationship, but people were rooting for it anyway, and just not really my favorite romance. Probably one of my least favorite romances, along with the main romance that starts from the beginning of Reign of the Earth, because I kept rooting for the assassins in that book. It's very light-handed with the blush. Highlighter. Name a book that lightens your day. My highlighter is Hard Candy in the color of Ray of Sunshine. I just bought this. I have never used it before because I didn't used to do highlighter. I'm only just now starting to do that. So this is going to be a new experience for me. A book that brightens my life. My day. Brightens my day. I'm going to go with a genre more than a specific book for this, and that genre is romance, because the genre that brightens my life has to be romance. Just any kind of romance, so long as it's happy and healthy, makes my day. I love romance novels. They just are so much fun to me, and I like the dirty ones as much or more than the clean ones. And hard to soften that line. All right. But just reading about other people being in love, just it's something I really enjoy. So, romance, but not. And if I get a little bit more specific, like fantasy romance novels, those are the ones that I really just enjoy. And then just to kind of show off one of my other highlighters that I bought because he's super cute. It's this little owl, and you take off his head. He's got a little poof inside and really bright highlighter powder inside, which tends to get the glitter just everywhere, but it's really pretty. And it's just a little bit more. I really can't tell if you can see this on the camera. It kind of adds a little bit more glitter, and it's a little bit more iridescent than the basically gold highlighter that is Hard Candy. And the packaging is just absolutely super cute. And the final step is lipstick. Your favorite bookish kiss. I don't have a favorite bookish kiss. I don't think I've read too many novels where I was just waiting for them to kiss. Do I not put enough emphasis on like the first kiss of a relationship in books? Maybe the kiss between Maris and Ture in the League series by Sherilyn Kenyon. That's the one that comes to mind after I think about it for a moment. So that's the one we're going to go with. they're one of the only couples I can think of where they tried to stay away from each other, but it didn't work out, and they ended up, perfectly good together. So yeah, that is my makeup for the day, and I actually think I did a good job. I was really worried I was going to screw it up because now everyone's watching it go on. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and comment below your favorite bookish kiss, because I can't think of too many. And I would love to know which one pops into your mind. I post videos every Wednesday, so I will see you guys next. Have a wicked day.